Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Banished. My name is Casanis. In the last episode, actually we had the same problem. Our reserves of logs were low. In the last episode we built ourselves a second area right down here where we were generating wood. And you can see it's actually coming along pretty darn well. And we are growing ourselves a brand new area all in this area here. You can kind of see the circle where the new trees are going to grow. And we've got ourselves some gatherers also running around in here. So that's going pretty well as well. There's a few things I want to take a look at. We're now cutting down some of the stuff around here. And I think I want to start building down into this area. I think ultimately we're going to build this way. There's a lot of resources here. A lot of collectible resources all through here. We don't really have access to a lake other than this location. So we might have had ourselves a mistake. What is this woodcutter saying? He's got himself at his 500 limit. That's perfect. Yeah, so what we're doing here is we've kind of cut ourselves off of the water, and that might be a bad thing. I know in order for me to generate a high level of population, I'm going to need probably more fishing villages or a heck of a lot of... There's a lot of resources up here too. Or a heck of a lot of farms and cattle and that kind of thing. So we're going to have to be really, really careful. I think we're going to build along this edge eventually and up into this area here as well. We're probably going to build ourselves a few different areas, but I think for the time being, I'm not sure which way is the best to go. Up this way and into here right away? No, I think we're going to head down this way here for now. That's what we're going to do. I think today we're going to take a look at a few other buildings. Now, I'm going to add in here, let me see. I'm going to add in here a resource building. Is it this one? No, it's right here, the Tailor. The Tailor is going to allow us to generate clothing from leather. It's going to, or leather and wool. It's going to allow us to give our people clothing, which is going to be extremely important as we get closer to winter. I'm just going to put it right there. Right now we've got ourselves a couple of different... we've got ourselves a hunting cabin down here, and that should be generating leather. Let me see. Yeah, I've got 14 leather. I don't know how much it costs to make a jacket. I have no idea. I don't... There's nothing really here that tells me any of this. There's actually a few things in this game that are missing, and I realized that recently just because I have been... I've been playing my other map as well, and that map has got 200 or 300 people living in it now. Something that's missing, for example, if I click on this building, and maybe, you know what, maybe it's in one of these things, I just don't know it. What else do we got down here? Paths, I don't care. Save, no, I don't know what that is. It shows my limits, and overhead map of the area. Okay, so it's not actually here. I was really hoping, what is this one? Show help. I was really hoping that by clicking on a building, it would show me, and it's supposed to. I thought it said somewhere it was supposed to. Toggle pinning. Production stats. Oh, maybe this is what I'm looking for. Yes, this is exactly what I'm looking for. This is going to show me what's happening each season. This is kind of what I want. That's interesting. Okay, that centers it. Okay, interesting. I wish it kind of showed both. So this kind of shows me what's being generated in the current season. So I'm only getting 4 leather per current season. In the previous season, there's nothing actually there right now. So that's interesting. I just built it. I just built it. Bam. Anyway, so yeah, that's going to tell me that. I wish it showed me, instead of just showing me what I did last season and what I did this season, I wish it showed me the optimal, I guess maybe the optimal season and what kind of percentages they're running. Like maybe this is an absolute terrible location. And I think it is for a hunter. There's no way across here, and he's missing out on all this area here to hunt. So yeah, so I kind of wish it had something like that. I kind of wish it did. Same with the fish. Let's see what it tells me with the fish here. Boom! Current season I've caught 500, that's going up, and last season I caught 814. So it kind of tells me, and I wish I kind of knew as well how much food an individual person took. I should probably look that up. Maybe it is somewhere. Maybe somewhere it'll tell me how much food I require to have 21 people. Anyway, right now we're building this Tailor, and he's going to build us some clothes. It's getting near, it's in winter right now, and I have 0 clothes, so... Eventually some of my people are going to say, damn, it's cold, and they're going to get all upset about it, and they're going to die. So I think right now with 21 adults, 9 kids, let's see if we got... Oh, I hate it when I do that. Boom. Let's see. 31. There's still got a whole bunch of people living in here. I got too many people living all together. Some of them are young, some of them are older. They will stop having children at 40, and you can see my population is actually starting to age. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start building myself... I hate it when I do that. A few more homes. I've got some decent amount of stone, but eventually I'm going to have to head down here where there's a lot of stone. This guy's already out of leather. He's like, I can't build anything because I have no leather. There's 5. He's made 5 jackets, though, so thank you, dude. Perfect. Alright, so what we're going to do, I think, in this episode is I'm going to add myself a couple of more homes. And let me see. I'm going to add some roads, first of all. I'm going to add some roads that go this way. How far can I go this way? Okay, all the way across, so that's good. So this is actually all usable area. I think eventually I want to go down here. And I'm going to build a bridge to get to the other side. I can see a lot of good stuff over there. So I'm going to add those roads for now, and we're going to add homes along these roads. As well, I think what I've decided to do is there's a marketplace right here. The marketplace is an interesting building. Maybe I should have decided where the market was going before I put that road in. The marketplace is an interesting building because what it basically does is it makes a central location where everyone gets their stuff. Right now, if someone needs firewood, they either walk up here, where we've got firewood located, firewood being generated here, or they come down here to where there's firewood being generated. If they need food, they come to this building here. What happens with a market is it's a central location for all your goods, all your stone, all your tools, everything will go into one location. And people then, instead of having to walk over here, then walk over to here, and walk all over the place, they'll walk to one location, pick up all their goods. Now, if it's too far, it has to be within this circle. So anyone that lives within this circle is going to go and get their goods from this location. So I kind of want it to be closer. Like, I want it to be close enough where these people aren't going to have to walk too far. Like, once I start building homes down in this area down here, the people are going to have to walk really far to get their firewood. And that's when it's going to become important. So for now, let's do this. For now, we're going to add ourselves a bridge. And I'm going to add a bridge going directly across the water right here. Just like that. The bridge will allow people to go to other areas. Obviously, that's what it's for. So we're adding in a bridge. We've added in this thing right here, and we've added in ourselves a bridge. Now, once I've got this area over here open, that's going to allow me to collect all the goods over there. I don't need to do it right at this time, because I've still got a lot of goods to collect over here. Which we're going to do. We're going to actually collect all of the iron in this area, because we can see a ton of iron. Just like that. And I'm also going to collect all the stones in this area. Just like that. And that's going to generate more stuff for me. I'm going to need that to build my homes. And this is now allowing me to build homes all along here. You want the homes to be close to the area where people are going to be working. You want them to be as close to the area they're going to be working as it can be. And that way people don't have to walk great distances in order to do whatever it is they're trying to do their job each day. And again, proximity to the market also helps because they don't have to go about their time and waste energy in carrying goods back and forth from the different locations. Instead, they spend more time doing their job. We're generating some kids here. We had 4 kids born, but this still says the same number. So, has someone died? Did someone die on me? Maybe. I don't think so, though. I don't think so. So we got our bridge going up in there. That's cool. That's going to give me access to this other side. The roads obviously cut down on the amount of travel time, and I'm going to have to decide exactly which roads are the most important before I actually worry about that. I'm going to cut down this area here, too. So I don't need these trees. I don't need those trees around. We'll clear up some area and we'll make something that goes all the way over here. In fact, we're going to add in a road right now that goes... We're going to add in a road like that that goes... Oh, I hate that. I wish I knew how to turn it. I don't. They're probably going to go cut straight across anyway, but... No, I don't want that. I don't want any road. It's the wrong spot. Road. I want to go from here. Let's get in there, you. Here all the way across. Just like that. Okay, perfect. Now, I don't think the people are actually going to cut... They're going to keep cutting across right here until I put more stuff in here. And I'm not really sure what's going to go in here. I don't know if things like farms. Do farms need access to water? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe they do. I haven't noticed that they have so far, so... It hasn't really been a necessary thing. Both of our woodcutters are now... Once a woodcutter says I'm at my limit, I can increase this if I want to. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll increase this to 600 for now. I don't mind cutting out a few more logs. Once they reach their limit and they say I can't work anymore, they'll actually go off and start to do other things like collect goods and that kind of stuff. They'll actually work as general laborers. So, yeah, yep. Alright, our bridge is done, which is perfect. We can start going across here and collecting the goods now if we want to. And I think that's probably the best idea. That is probably the best idea, is to go there and collect goods. And maybe put that market in. maybe even some trade goods. You know what I'm going to do right now? We're going to build ourselves... I think we're going to build ourselves right now this trading post. The trading post is an interesting site. It allows the merchants to trade resources with incoming other merchants, and the merchants will only travel along the waterways. So if you build, there's a lake over here, for example. If you build on a lake like this, no merchant's ever going to show up to your trading post. If you build on a lake like I have here, then you're going to get merchants showing up and saying, "Hey, I want to trade stuff with you." And actually, I've got myself a fair amount of trade goods right now. People really like this, really like the firewood. So what I'm going to do, I don't want to build this up too high. The higher I go, the farther they got to run. The more homes we're going to need along the way. But if I put it down low, okay, I think I'm going to put it right here. Just like that. Just like that. Now, my builder should run over there. It tells me the cost of building this thing. 80 stone and 40 iron. So I'm low on iron. They're not actually going to build that right now. They don't have the iron for it. But we can start collecting iron in the area. In fact, we can start collecting all the iron down here. Let's see if there's a lot of it. There's probably a bunch down here. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to say collect. Where's my collection? Boom. And I'm going to start collecting iron from down here. None. There's none. How about this side? There's a little bit over there. Not anywhere near worth it. There's a lot of stone down there then. How about up here? This is pretty far. This is also pretty far. But it might be my only choice because this is a huge iron deposit right here. Massive iron. Look at all the iron over here. Let's grab up this iron for now. We'll grab that up. And that's actually going to make more space for something else. Like I could put in another hunter-gatherer area over here, which might be worth it. It might be worth it. I like to try and collect as much stone as I possibly can, and down here too. As much stone as I possibly can, and iron as I can from the surface before I build any of the additional mines or any of that kind of stuff. Because what that allows me to do is, people die in mines, like, they get crushed and everything else, like, all the time. It's kind of funny. It's one of the most common ways, other than old age, that I've had people die so far. Is being crushed in mines or getting whatever, miners lung and that kind of stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff up in here. This is a really nice area. Maybe I should have considered building that way immediately. Maybe I should have considered building that way immediately. Let's see. Let's see if I put a market up there instead. Okay, I can't put it anywhere. I could put it like this, which I wouldn't want to do. I could put it... I don't want to put it anywhere within the circle of this, and that circle's pretty darn big. I don't know. I think the other way's best. Got myself 7 laborers, so that's great. They're using up firewood as we go. Actually, the blacksmith is probably using up the firewood as we go. The blacksmith requires, where is he, right here? He requires 1 log and 1 bit of iron for every tool he makes. Later on, we can make steel tools once we've got our access to coal. And the steel tools will last longer, but for now, we're just going to stick with... we're just going to stick with the iron stuff, because you know what, the iron stuff works pretty darn well. Pretty darn well. Once this thing here starts going, it's going to give us access to a lot of different things as well. If we take a look down here right now, we actually have some mushrooms and we have some fish, and that's pretty much all we have. We don't have any venison or anything like that. It's early winter. But so my people are subsiding on fish and mushrooms right now, and they're going to get bored of it. They're going to say, I hate this, I don't like fish and mushrooms. Does anybody have anything? Inventory? Okay, these guys have some onions and some venison, so they've already taken stuff out of the store. Actually, what the people will do is they will take as much different stuff as they can. It keeps them happy. See, I've got 5 happiness right now. It'll keep them happy. The more stuff like that they have, the happier they're going to be. All right, how are we doing over here? Okay, we've got all of our iron. We're just missing 1. There, we got all our stone, and now it's just going to be a labor force. We're going to start building it, and once we do, we're going to start generating people over here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start stripping out some of the firewood, because we don't need as much firewood right now, and start leaving it in here. Anything extra that I have, I'm going to start leaving in here. But you can see I'm actually already hurting for food. I'm already actually hurting for food, which is not good. You want this number to stay up high. I got 7 kids who are just eating and doing nothing else. Yeah, 7 kids eating and doing nothing else. So I want to make sure this number is nice and high, which means I have to start considering things like farms. Where do the farms go? You know, I don't know. The farms, the good thing about farms as opposed to the hunter-gatherers, the farms will only grow one type of food. They'll grow, well, they'll grow beans, let's say, or squash, or whatever it is. They'll grow something. But they'll only grow one type of food. The good thing about that is that the farmers will only work for part of the season. They take the winters off, and that means that during the winter time, they become laborers, and they help do things like collect the stuff you need to continue on with whatever you're doing. So that is actually pretty darn helpful. We're going to have a big space right in here, I think, and I'm not really sure what I'm going to put in here yet. I'll probably put homes back to back along here. Let's put a couple more homes in here right now. Well, maybe not. Maybe, oops, I keep doing that. Maybe not. It's a very gentle balance. It's a very, very gentle balance. If you make a mistake, you lose. I haven't lost yet, but I've actually heard lots of people saying that it's just catastrophic failure. Everything instantly goes downhill. And that's not what I want. That's not what I want. We're going to build up some stone and some extra tools and that kind of stuff. Sorry, some extra iron and that kind of stuff. And then afterwards, I think we're going to move down into this area. Right down here. Right down here. What I'm hoping to do this episode, I'm hoping is that this will get built. Actually, let's add a couple more builders here. Make it go a little faster. I'm hoping this is going to get built and we'll get our first trade good coming in. That's what I'm hoping. So we're going to put in another hunter-gatherer area. We actually have enough stone and wood to be able to do that. But our food, it's got up there again, so we should be okay. I'm going to build myself under the forester. I'm going to go back here. I'm going to build another forester. And I'm going to put it right in here. This is actually going to be a pretty good area. Food is low, I know. Food is low. We're going to add that right in there. We're also going to add in there a... Where is it? We're going to add in there a... We're going to add in a woodcutter. No, actually, we don't need a woodcutter right now. We're going to add in our gatherers. And where is that spot? I had it right here. I want it to be overlapping as much as possible. So we're going to go this way. And I'm going to R, and I'm going to turn it to face like this. Just like this. Just like this. That's pretty good. Right like that. Bang. That's going to actually give me a bunch more actual gathering, and they will add to the stuff as well. They'll have to run all the way down here, which kind of sucks. It's a long distance to run, but at least it's going to add more food, and that's kind of what I need for now. Not a crop field. Bang. That's kind of what I need for now, and I'm going to up the priority in this area to make sure everyone's in here doing what they're supposed to do. In fact, we're going to send my laborers over there as well to remove any stone from this immediate area. There's not a whole lot of it. And any iron from this immediate area, which there's none. Way up there. Alright, so no iron. Just the stone for now. So we'll build these two areas. We'll start that generating. Hopefully that'll give us some more food. Okay, we got ourselves a guy here. And let's add one person. Oops, wrong button. One person to there. This guy will start gathering goods. And I'm going to add in here firewood. I'm going to add in here... let's try 100 firewood for now. 100 firewood. The firewood sells, I think, for 3 or 4 coins, whatever that is, for every one, whereas food is 1 each. So that's what we're going to do for now. I can't spare any food. I usually like to put some food in here and do 1-for-1 food sharing, because any merchant that comes with food will actually share with you 1-for-1. So let's do that. Bang, for now. And we're going to reduce the number of builders to 2. And that's also going to change this. You're going to see right over here it's going to change. And this is going to go down as we fill this thing up. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make this to 200. Just in case someone shows up with something awesome. Bang. Just like that. You'll see a guy with a wheelbarrow here. He's going to run back and forth, collect the wood from here. So this actually was a pretty good spot, the firewood from here. This was a pretty good spot to put it because he doesn't have to go very far at all. Not very far at all. So that's pretty darn good. Okay, everyone, we've got ourselves a merchant coming to see us. Yay, yay. They came in the summertime, and I don't know if they always will. It gives you this little warning. A merchant has arrived at your trading post. And if we come over to here, boom, and we click on it, we are going to see what we have available. Now, we have our 200 firewood, which is awesome. And if we take a look here at the trade option, now this guy here currently has peppers and mushrooms for sale. That's crap. What do I want peppers and mushrooms for? Now, the peppers might be useful in the fact that my people don't have any peppers or mushrooms to eat. And that's going to make them happy. But right now I already have 5-star happiness. 5-star happiness. So I'm not going to actually spend my firewood, my hard-earned firewood, on peppers or mushrooms. If they'd had livestock or something awesome like that here, then I'd actually really give it some careful consideration. But for now, I'm not going to. Let's take a look at the other things within the trading post, though, when a merchant shows up. We have the option to purchase. And this kind of tells me which items that I am looking to purchase. Right there. There's a lot of good stuff you can get. Lots of good stuff. And you can adjust the order on what you want to purchase by clicking these buttons up and down. And it tells you whenever they come, always buy it. Whenever he arrives, whenever he leaves, blah, 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 blah. I can also do orders. Now, special orders are kind of interesting. This guy here, let me see if what he has. I can say I always want to order, like, this tells me exactly what this guy has to offer. He has a lot of different kinds of foodstuffs, which is cool. I personally don't even know what my food stuff is yet, so I'm not going to actually waste my time and order something from him. Orders cost a little extra. I can actually say whenever he shows up, or every time he visits, or just whenever, just the next time, or never, always buy or always order his beef. And the next time this merchant comes, he will have beef with him, let's say. Now, if he had something here that I really need, let's say jackets, I might actually consider doing that, but that's not actually here. He doesn't have leather or anything like that. This guy only has food goods. So I'm not really interested this time in trading for my food goods. I don't really need it. So I don't think we're actually going to do that right now. I'm going to say dismiss to this guy here. If I go back here to trade and I say dismiss, or if I just let him go, he will leave on his own. So I think we're not going to actually do any trading right now. I have plenty of food. I have 1,500 food. It's probably plenty. So for now, guys, what I am going to say is thank you very much for watching this this episode. I really like this game. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of waiting, so I'm, again, not really sure if this is going to be a very exciting series for you guys or not. I'm hoping it is, as I really like it. If you did like it, let me know with a comment down below. Tell me what you think of the game. Tell me what you like about it, what you don't like. Tell me your impressions of it. If you enjoyed my stuff, leave me a thumbs up. That would be greatly appreciated. If you didn't like it, a thumbs down is perfectly fine. It tells me what you do and what you don't like on my channel, and that's really important because my channel is for you. If I was doing this for me, then I would just sit at home and play games by myself all day. But it's for you too, so a thumbs down is perfectly fine. Don't worry about it. I will not be offended. And lastly, if you haven't done so, please take a few seconds to subscribe. Have yourselves a wonderful day, everyone.